100 bands, sitting back running paper through my hands. New money ink bleeding through the pants. Ain't even sure my Jesus same color,
Today we are looking at the evolution of my music taste. I'm gonna post this on YouTube, so you know what I'm saying, y'all say what's up to YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. Stop playing with my top, nigga. Come to Twitch, top link in the description. Before I had a phone, so this was really when I was a kid. All I listened to was the radio, 96.1 to be exact. That was like iHeartRadio, pop music, Taylor Swift, nigga. I was listening to white girl music. I would be in the car with my mom and my sister, and they would put on 96.1. But I also listened to EDM music because I used to watch Overwatch montages and shit. Overwatch used to be my favorite game. Overwatch is my favorite game of all time. But at its absolute peak, nigga, I was listening to niggas like Marshmello, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like that. Cause that was the music that was being played during them when I was playing Overwatch and in the Overwatch montages. Trap Nation beats Fed families during this time. I ain't gonna lie, this is facts. Trap Nation was one of them ones. All right, now we're moving on. We're moving on. Now middle school. This 2015 through 2017. This is when I finally got a phone. I got a phone in 2017. That's why a lot of the opinions you're about to read here is kind of ass. I listened to music on YouTube. I didn't know what Spotify was until 2017. This is true. Again, I didn't know what Spotify was until I got my phone. I had iHeartRadio downloaded on my phone. I thought Lil Dicky was a better lyricist than Drake. Yes, I don't know why I thought Lil Dicky was the greatest nigga on earth. I really don't know why, but I was tripping. I knew more Rice Gum songs than Young Thug songs. Again, I only really listen to music on YouTube. And this was like the peak of niggas dropping diss tracks on each other and shit. I thought Rice Gum was one of the best rappers in the world, bro. I was tweaking, bro. I had basic radio music taste. Drake, Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? I had a Logic and 6ix9ine phase in 8th grade. The way I had a 6ix9ine phase, I was on a bus. One of my homies that's sitting in front of me, I see him listening to 6ix9ine. So I'm like, you know what? I'm a dick ride. I'm gonna start listening to 6ix9ine. And then I don't know how I got hooked, cause that nigga sucked. But I was just trying to fit in, bro. I was on some lame shit. Was never let near the aux. Nigga, I just told you I thought Rice Gum was better than Young Thug. Please don't let me near the aux. I was chopped as well. This is definitely a 0 out of 10 era. I was not listening to no real good music in middle school. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. You can literally see this is one of the fucking playlists that I had. First off, playlist is called Too Much Fire. You should have already known this shit was ass. First song, Logic, Lil Dicky, Logic, Cardi B, Lil Dicky, KSI, Uzi, T Grizzly, Rice Gum, Lil Dicky. These were my, like, that shit is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to some bullshit. Logic's old shit definitely is hard, but I was dick riding the nigga. This was during 2015 through 2016. This was during peak Uzi. This was during, to a lot of people, peak Drake. And I chose to listen to Lil Dicky, Rice Gum, and Logic, my nigga. Please don't make no excuses for me, bro. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. This right here, best song Logic's ever made. On my soul, this the best song Logic ever made, bruh. Listen to Gang Related. This shit, I'll listen to this shit today. I had a fucking Hopsin song. Why the fuck I got Hopsin in my shit? And I'm not clowning Hopsin, it's just, bro, I was a kid. Now we're moving over to high school. High school pre-pandemic. This was my freshman year and the first semester of my sophomore year, 2018 to 2020. This was when I first moved to Spotify. I was a full-time Spotify YN. Lil Skies and Nav, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You just had to be there for Lil Skies, bro. That Lil Skies phase I had, bro, that was a beautiful phase, bro. Red roses in my grave, come bury with art. I wish you down a ride, but be folding like clothes. Purple hearts all on my garments. I ain't trusting this man. What the f? I was listening to Nav as a freshman, bruh. NLE Choppa and Blockboy JB. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Really more so NLE Choppa, cause I was addicted to Shotta Flow 1, 2, and 3. I feel like Shotta Flow 3 the best Shotta Flow he ever made, but that shit was tough. Most of my music taste in this era, I got it from 2K and Madden soundtracks, because this was around the time that I switched from being a gamer to just your typical sports game, shooting game nigga. I finally graduated from 96.1 and iHeartRadio. When I would listen to the radio, at this point, now it's 107.9, 1075, you know what I'm saying? We done with the 90s, we done with Taylor Swift. I thought Lil Nas X was next up, and listen, he was. Before Lil Nas X started clip farming that gay shit, he was actually making good fucking music. Before he started clip farming with the devil and shit, and I'm not even talking about Old Town Road. What's that one song? A Rodeo? That shit was tough. Hey, it's a holiday. I got hoes on hoes and they out of control, yeah. Hey, it's a holiday. All my niggas on go, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the fuck that song go, that shit was tough. I had a Joyner Lucas phase. It was short as fuck. I promise you, bro. It was like a week. I don't know, bro. I really don't know why I had a Joyner Lucas phase, but I did. I had a Lil Mosey phase in 10th grade. The hoes were not fucking with this one. And let me tell you why I wrote that down, bro, because I remember a specific instance. This was literally right after Juice WRLD passed away. My crush really liked listening to Juice WRLD. I listened to Juice WRLD a little bit. So I was like, yeah, bro, I fuck with Juice WRLD music too. This girl looked me dead in my face and was like, nigga, shut up, your favorite rapper Lil Mosey. She said that shit loud as hell too. Motherfuckers looking at me like she just accused me of witchcraft. Nigga, all I did was listen to Mosey. Niggas don't fuck with Mosey. One bad bitch, he could do it. I say, man, fuck what you talking about, bro. Aux wasn't bad, but it wasn't consistent. I never really was a nigga that was playing the aux around people. So this was a 7 out of 10 era music-wise. And as you can see, again, my playlist, the heatest heat. Like, what are we doing? Kyle in my playlist. T Grizzly, you know this song if you played Madden. Lil Skies, World Rays. I got some Lil Dicky songs here. I was still listening to Lil Dicky. We starting to get a little bit of sauce though. We got Lil Yachty. You know what I'm saying? We got Kodak. We got YNW Melly. You can tell where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Cardi, Lil Baby. This was when DaBaby first came on the scene and shit too. That new heat. Like, why everything gotta be heat? Like, I don't know why I can't just... Bro, these playlists have zero fucking aura. I was listening to Melly a lot. Jesus. That's crazy, because I don't listen to him at all nowadays. But now it's time for the pandemic. When I talk about the pandemic, I'm talking about the part of the pandemic where niggas was in the house all day. I'm not talking about the pandemic when like niggas just started randomly deciding to go outside and was like, well, COVID just kind of fell off. I'm talking about back when niggas was hogging toilet tissue and shit. 2018, 2020, I was getting out of my little Peep phase and moving on to my Summers doo-wop came Matt Ox phase. I ain't gonna lie, Matt Ox is a crazy fucking pool. I forgot the name of the song. Oh, Overwhelming. Pull up in attention, yes, one flash, and that nigga just standing there with the fidget spinners going stupid. I know exactly that's a song. That's the only Matt Ox song I listened to. This was, I ain't gonna lie, this was really my New York drill phase. This was my NY drill phase, and then Polo G. I thought the Kid Laroi was gonna be the next Juice WRLD, and that's what a lot of people thought too. I don't want to say he's underrated because maybe I just don't pay attention to him as much, but I was listening to some of the Kid Laroi songs in the car. This nigga be making some fucking hits. Uzi dropped EA while I was playing 2K Eternal Atake. Most niggas was in school when Eternal Atake dropped. I was in the crib playing My Career, bro. I was grinding on my rebound and wing, nigga. That day I was so locked in, nigga. My player went from an 82 to 91, and I was broke, so niggas wasn't buying no VC either. I got that shit out the mud. I had 5+ DDG songs in my playlist. I had to say this because I had OD in my playlist. I had Bank in my play. I got Bank. Hey, that shit tough. DDG was one of those niggas that I was subscribed to, but I wasn't consistently watching him. But I was listening to all his music. Most niggas, it's the other way around. They was watching all DDG videos and then would tap into a song here and there. DDG, for me at least, was the first nigga in YouTube that like started making music for real, and it was actually good. Obviously Flight made music and I was watching Flight way longer than DDG, but when Flight that nigga was on the mic literally tweaking out. He was just crashing out on a beat. He wasn't rapping. I had a Ron Suno song as my most played song in 2021, Kai Cenat Influence. Bro, I remember that song, bro. Running through these check-ins, make a movie like it's Netflix. I haven't listened to a single other song that Ron Suno has made. I just listened to that song because I was watching a Kai Cenat video where he was with Ron Suno in the vid, and that was how I found out that the niggas was cool. So I watched Kai Cenat when he was making the videos in college, when he, like, I don't want to say when he first blew up, but I was watching Kai before he joined A&P. I'm not trying to say, oh, look at me, look how cool I am. I knew these niggas when they were broke. That's not me, bro. I'm just saying, like, that's why I have a Ron Suno song in my most played, because I was watching Kai Cenat. I wasn't as chopped anymore. I finally started growing my hair. You know what I'm saying? I had an afro at this point, really because niggas couldn't get a cut because they was in the house for 3 fucking months in a row. But as soon as I got that shape up, nigga, I was a changed man. The aux got riskier. I probably shouldn't have said words. I didn't have a lot of safe songs on the aux during this time. When I was moving into this house, bro, all I listened to while I was packing my shit was Cochise. And then when I moved in and I was playing Call of Duty with the homies, I would literally just have on old Yeet, bro. Well, it wasn't old back then, it was new, but you get what I'm trying to say. 2020 Apple Music replay. This shows, yeah, see, I was listening to Givenchy. Yup, you know what you're talking about. Hey, lads, you know ball. You see Lil Mosey, number 1, Lil TJ, number 2, Lil Roy was 3. Look at the song by Ron Suno. This was my most played song. Even though you don't see any Polo G songs here, Polo G was my most played artist this year. Now it's time for my freshman year of college. I ain't gonna lie, Coach Ice and Yeet really started that fucking, had me listening to shit with mad auto-tune in it. One of my homies had put me on the Lucky like the year before, but I wasn't fucking with it for real. And then one day I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna start listening to Lucky. And I heard New Drink. New Drink became my most played song 2 years in a row. I'm being so serious. Pretty asshole can't be herself, so that's why she never get all of me. I was always saying, but you do that shit, but you know way better than calling me. I was always saying, blah, 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 blah. Nigga, it doesn't fucking matter if I fuck the song up, nigga. That shit hard, nigga. I finally started liking YB's music. I used to be heavily against YB. Niggas never put me on to his hits. Like, all I heard was troll music, and then niggas was posting YB better on everything on Twitter and shit. So then I was like, why the fuck, like, okay, so y'all don't actually like YoungBoy music, y'all just want to troll. I had a Young Don the Sauce God song in my most played. It was in my top 5, which is fucking crazy. I don't even remember Young Don making music, but wow. I finally realized that Gunna was better than Lil Baby. This is facts. I had a Babytron phase for 2 months. I finally started listening to Drake a lot more. So as you could probably imagine, my aux became a lot more normal, a typical aux. I had a lot of safe picks here, a lot of hits. You know what I'm saying? I was re-listening to Views from Drake, that whole album. You know what I'm saying? I had a whole lot more safe music here. You get in the car with me and you play the aux. You're not gonna hear some shit that's like, yo, this shit hard, I've never heard this song before. But you're not gonna hear nothing that's just straight butt. You feel what I'm saying? But I did cut off all my hair and I got chopped again. But from a music perspective, we're gonna give this era an 8.6 out of 10. And as you can see, New Drink, 2 Yeet songs. We got some YB in there as well. And then Gunna. This was when that whole shit with the Rico happened. Holy fucking shit, bro. I was never listening to Gunna more in my life, bro. I thought the more I listened to this nigga, the quicker they let him out, bro. I swear. Gunna, you see Young Don the Sauce God, more YB. This 2023, this is 2 years ago. Finally found Baby Smooth. For those of y'all that be in my streams, for those of y'all that don't know the intro song that I use and the outro, it's Overtime by Baby Smooth. Literally, probably my favorite song of all time, if I'm being honest. A lot of niggas was just hating on DDG's music, bro. That song, Fall in Love with a Famous Bitch, that shit was tough. They was killing his ass on the internet for making that song. I ain't gonna lie, fast forward a couple of years, that nigga was right. Favorite song on that album was definitely Hands on Me. She got her hands all on me, but money keep falling. For the first time I was listening to Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely. I had a Lil Tyler phase during the summer. I was listening to Lil Tyler hard. I don't know what it was. Just that calm Florida voice, his voice, and the way he just flowed on every beat. It was really the beats. But this was an 8.8 out of 10 era. I finally started to diversify my aux. I started to have a lot more songs that niggas ain't never heard of before. Strike by Lil Yachty, New Drink by Lucky. We got Gunna, we got more Lucky, we got some V's in there as well. We still got Polo G. We still got some Polo G in here. DDG again, Hands on Me. This was one of my most played. Now, my junior year of college, chat. This was last year. Finally started listening to R&B, Huz influence. Listen, chat. You can tell at what point a nigga started getting bitches by when their music starts to switch genres. I realized, bro, I can't be playing no gangster ass music around the hoes, bro. Last year, I've never been around so many women in my life. Never in my life have I had so many ISO one-on-one opportunities. So niggas had to adapt. Niggas had to change they, you know what I'm saying? Niggas had to change they genres. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listening to this heavy bass ass music was low-key fucking with my head. So I started switching to R&B like little by little. I would listen to Bryson when he was rapping. And then I heard a song of him singing. I remember what I was doing, nigga. I was going to the airport. I was about to go to Baltimore for this school trip, and I heard Right or Wrong. That was some of the best music. I replayed that song 5 times in a row. Giveon, Bryson Tiller, and Party Next Door that was the big 3 of my R&B phase. As you could tell, again, they helped me get hoes, but the music was also very good. I had fucked around and started listening to Frank Ocean too. I just didn't write that shit down. A.M.P. Davis Cypher was in my top 5. That was, I ain't gonna lie, Davis's verse was dead as the best YouTuber music I've ever heard in my life. Wasn't doing nothing wrong. Bruh, come on, man. I didn't even know this nigga had that in the bag, bro. This nigga snapped, bro. Ken's new album, this was definitely my most played album at the time. I was listening to it literally all summer during my internship along with Party Next Door. When I got back to the crib and I had, you know what I'm saying, laid down, I had that Party Next Door No Chill playing, bruh. I don't know why, because I was in a room by myself and wasn't no bitches around. But when I got back to school that next semester, golly gee, look at her titties. Why did I just say that? My dreads reached my eyes. I'm not chopped anymore. By this point, I'm getting posted on Fizz. The hoes say they want me and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know what Fizz is, you're either too young or your school sucks. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I had a playlist for every type of vibe. Smoke session, I had the aux. ISO with a woman, I was on the aux. Late drives in the car with my homies, I'm on the aux. It literally did not matter. I was just always on the aux. At this point, I always got compliments on my aux. My homies would pull up. I would be playing songs that a lot of them have never heard before, or genres that they wouldn't normally listen to, but they fuck with it still. Like, it's different, but it's different and it's good at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? Easily the peak. Last year, this was the peak of my music taste. Like, I had party music as well. You see Help Me by Real Boss and Richie, Cooler Than a Bitch, Overtime again. And then you see Davis's verse when he finally dropped That's All I Listen To. This is literally my favorite Ken Carson song ever. And then you see the rest of it, More Lucky, some Babyface, some TK. I don't know why I had a Laser Dim song in this bitch. I don't know where that motherfucker came from, but yeah. And now we're here to today. I began listening to my homies a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Lil Say finally dropped songs. He finally dropped some music, nigga. He finally dropped some music. Been listening to my nigga Corey and been listening to Retro Rico a whole lot. Gunna probably finna 3-peat as the most played artist this year. Plaqueboy Max, his In the Booth, some of his songs, bro. I was looking for them shits on Apple Music. I found them. They be on the playlist. Field Trips and 1942 to be specific. Those are my 2 favorite songs from In the Booth that he's made. I just feel like, and I ain't gonna lie, I feel like those are 2 of my favorite verses from him personally. Finally stopped getting clowned for listening to DDG. Why? Because everybody started liking DDG again, which is what I've been telling niggas. The only difference really between DDG's music then and DDG's music now is that now everybody likes DDG. But back then, niggas just hated the nigga. That's why, bro, you cannot take what niggas say seriously, bro, because niggas just dick ride, bro. This culture is just a dick riding ass culture. DDG was not dropping ass music back then. Yeah, he definitely got better, but his music back then wasn't trash. From the YouTube side, there were way worse niggas. But when Bruce came out and said, name 5 DDG songs, niggas started acting like DDG was rapping like OG Flight. Found out about Prada Bag Shotty. I ain't gonna lie. Prada Tough. My dreads hit my shoulders. I'm fine shit now. Niggas call me the Duke Dennis of my school. The aux I have now is definitely the most versatile it's ever been. It's got a great blend of underground, alternative, and mainstream music. Definitely a great era. I get bored quick when it comes to music genres. Like, I can't listen to the same type of music all the fucking time. That's boring to me. But this was definitely a top tier era. 9.6, and as you can see, we got Gunna, Future, Nino Pay, Lucky, and J. Cole. Ken Carson, this was at the start of the year, and then this past month, Ken Carson literally has double everybody. You see DDG in the top 5 as well, and then you see the songs that I've listened to more than anything this year. We got Gunna, we got Jay Rippy, we got my nigga Corey, Seti, we got my nigga Say, you know what I'm saying? We got some old Chief Keef, we got Glock 40, we got Rack Baby. You know what I'm saying? We got some Nino Pay, we got some Plaqueboy Max songs. We got some good shit in here. And yeah, that's the end of my evolution of music taste, bruh.